Hi, back again. We go on with our tutorial. Today I want to make that here. There are different ways to do such, and I tried one that I never tried before. So I think we can make that with a UV sphere and edit mode with selection, with background selection, Alt A, deselect, B, border select, box select, and delete the top part. So that is left. We scale it on the side that it has. This one. Now we don't need here the bottom, so we can take here simply Control plus and X. Delete words. That is the base structure. We scale them and set simply. Then we have that form that it has there. A little bit smaller, such like that. Oh, that are too many. So we must do it again. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16. Okay. So add mesh UV sphere 16 segments. I hope that is not correctly. We will see. So we do that again, delete the top part, delete the down part, and take the rest, scale them down, and scale them in the Z axis. So I will bring that in front. That looks better. Good. We now mark all X and delete only the faces. So we have that left. And from that we want to make here pipes. So we can convert that to a curve. Normally. I said it before, I never tried that before, but it should work. Object, convert to curve from mesh. Yeah. Now we have curves, and now I can handle the depth. And there you can see I can now handle that. That's wonderful. I like it. The offset, we better let it like it is. And the extrude should be minimum. Good. The resolution, we can higher them or lower them like we would. But all in all, I think that is okay. So, film mode is full. Storage up is okay. It's okay too. So we let that and convert that back to a mesh. So Shift D. Object, convert to mesh from curve. Now it is a mesh again, and we can handle them now like a mesh. So that one there we will place a plane simply, and here at the top we search as one of the loops there. And E to extrude, bring them up. Oh wow, what's that for shit? I not done that, yeah? He done that. So Shield D. Look at that. He makes their shit. I never done that, but okay. So you don't fuck me up. Alt A, deselect, and I select here the fucking stuff I don't need and delete the words, and then that is left. So that we bring there and extrude them upward. Scale them a little. So yeah, a little less. Okay. And then we take the whole thing there and extrude scale them into, and then we have that. When we take there and smooth shade, it looks better, but we must also loop there on the top and on the bottom. You know why? I told it 1,000 times. The loop, the shading errors. So good. And that, the color should be black. There's a black plastic or such. So you call it black plastic. Give them here a black. A little bit darker. And the roughness makes darkness. So how rough should it be? It should be rough. That's okay. Good. Then we need this. We call it Hankel. I don't know how you that call. Add circle 32. Rotate X 90 degrees. Scale down. Edit mode. Why they are both in edit mode? I don't understand that. P, separate selection. Now it is only them. Okay. Object set origin to geometry. So we want only the half of them. So we go here and select the down part and delete them. Then the rest can be scale in the Z. So we get that leading part that they have there. And we get here simply extrude them both a little down. And we can scale a little, but only a little in the X. Good. And that we can convert to a curve now too. So object convert curve from a mesh. Yes, that's correct. Then that one here, and we take the depth. The resolution can be higher. There normally must be a smooth somewhere, but I don't see them in this case, and why it is there thicker than at the rest. That are questions that nobody knows. We let that last point gone, because I think when we don't have them, Good, I see that don't works like I thought. So we try it another way. We take a torus for that. Add mesh torus. It should be a small torus. That is a real problem by Blender. When you move them or so, they disappear there, and then you have no chance to do it the second time. So torus, I can't move them, so I must look how to do that without the location, the major radius, that is it. Then the minor radius, so I think that can work. Okay, we rotate X 90 degrees, we scale them down, we delete the half of them, and now the only thing to make them bigger is by solidify. So we take a solidify modifier and try it, and it works. Good. It should be a little bit more scale Z, so that we have that. And a little bit more longer at the stage there. That's okay. Scale X, scale Z. Good. I apply that now, and now I can take here both ends and extrude them down. So we have that handles, and can say it should have the same color. That was this black something. So black plastic. We put it in the other one. Should be somewhere in. You must find the right place for that. Okay. And we can lean it like the other stuff, so a little bit leaning, rotate, then we have that. Shade smooth on it. Here you see the shading arrows. We can mark them all and mesh normals, recalculate outside, then we have to calculate that new. Shift D, make a copy of them, object, apply the rotation scale of it, and then we simply, in this case, lean it in the other direction by rotating simply. You can mirror them, all this stuff, if you want to do that. I don't want that, so I don't do that. Good. We have that. That here, the big ones here, is a little bit too edgy for me. I think I make them new. Take here simply circle. Add circle 32. For me it's okay. Where we are? Oh, there. Okay. Scale down. Top view, numpad 7. The size is okay. Position is not okay. So we extrude them up. Scale them a little in the axis. And then use a solidify, or we take it directly, extrude and scale in. That is the same in this. opinion here. So then we can bevel the outer loops, get a little bit more light variation for the reflections and the whole other stuff. We take there and then smooth, shade smooth on it, and it should be a little bit bigger than the rest. So we have that. You can scale it in the inside if you want a little bit more. I think that's one too much. Yeah. Good. We have done that part. Here you can always tweak with a solidify or such if it is not enough for you. Then you can make it here bigger. But before you must apply here the rotation scale, because there we did it, with the other we didn't it. So that's the point. Good, but I'll let it like it is now and join that together as one. So I have this, well, this stuff here. That's okay. No, that is too thin here. Okay. So let's do it. We have to make them bigger. So we need here solidify. That works on the whole object. That's nice. So we have to separate them first. P to separate the selection. Now we have them as simple. Loose object. And we should now delete here the button. With background selection for sure, that's important. I forgotten that. So solidify, make them bigger, even thickness. Don't know why he makes that there other than the other, but who cares? We take that what we get, that one, and delete them here the down parts. And get then this fuck stuff there and extrude that down. So here we need again recalculate the normals. So L mesh normals, recalculate outside, done. Good. All in all, wow, we forgotten the bendiness there. Okay, the leaning. So that means we have to take here this whole part and bring them more there. Okay. Good. We take this other part here, L, delete them, take that one, Shift D, R to the origin is at another point. Object, apply rotation scale, then object mirror interactive, hold with a mouse button, move away. That's it. and bring them onto. That must be a little bit back. Okay, we have that. We join that together. Done. So, my god. What a long way for such a simple fucking stuff there. Good. These two guys here, we move them to the rest collection, so we have more space here. We can close that collection here and disable the eye so we don't see them. Save. Good. Now we need the oranges. Oh, I hate this. Good. Oranges. That's the part 2 that I don't like such. But what will you do? Sometimes it is like it is. Add mesh UV sphere. That should be our orange. So, and that is not that easy that I thought, but okay, make it shade smooth. Then I will take the 4 textures, so new, call it orange top, then orange bottom, then orange side. Good. Each of them has its texture, so we go to shading. Here we need add input texture coordinates. We need a mapping. Oh, I done that last time. I don't know. Here, mapping. Where's the mapping? Here, yeah. We connect the UV with the vector. Point is good. Then we take here add texture, image texture. Connect the vector with vector, and the color with the base color. So we open up from our texture folder. You can get them here on textures.com. They all there. Use nodes. Jump to our noodle doodle. The noodle doodle. Yeah, that can be the site. So that means when I unwrap that from view now, that should be there. Sign. But we have to make the roughness, and we have to do the displacement, and we have to do between a math node and a multiply, and the low value 003. And I think too classy, and that is not depth enough. So here we take a 007 or such, or more. Yeah, maybe 2. That is okay, but that should be holes and not outside, so we must go to the minus. Minus. Now we have them inside. Good. The glossiness is wrong, so add color, vector, fucking stuff, the color ramp, and get here the values a little bit tweak. Tweaking out, tweaking in, whatever. Think that looks like one, but it is too shiny, so that is better. Yeah, I think that can work from the distance. Can play a little around there. What do you like more or prefer, or what else? But I think some like that should be it. And it should be so round, so we scale that in the X a little, so that is something other. Good. You can make the now bottom green and the top green if you want. I don't know, I do that. Oh. Yeah, okay, we do that. We take here Control C, copy the whole thing, and Control V to plug that in the other part. We connect the displays and we connect the roughness and the base color. But that is orange bottom, so I'll look here in my folder. That is the bottom. When we now get here this orange and go look from down, that is Control 7 on the numpad, and there we can take Control plus and say we want to have that view unwrap from view with this down part and assign that there. Now we go to the UV image editor and take here our bottom fruit and A to select all, grab it there and scale up, and then we have there this other one. But it looks completely other. That is what I meant. It's not maybe the best point to do that. We will look what we can do. I think that is only a color adjustment. Why it looks here other than the other, that is the question. The light, it can't be. We try an RGB curve. It's very heavy to do some with the RGB curves. Red or blue or such. That makes more the inner stuff change. So that's not that what we want. So we take the next one. Yeah, that is better. That is nearly too good. Yeah. Yeah. Not perfect, but from the distance you don't see any of this shit. The same we made with the top part there. So top, Control V, place the displacement, the roughness and the base color, but change the top view. We look from top with numpad 7. Mark the middle part and sign that there. We go to the UV editor, but before we have to unwrap that. So hit U, unwrap project from view. There we see it. We go to the UV editing, get here the top part. Must be that. Yeah. Alt to select and get that there. So we have here this one. Don't want that it's stretched. That is because we make that from view. Then it every time stretch. So, but here we can also do this color RGB curve, and that was on G, I think. No, that was at the other one. Yeah. Yeah. So I think we only must take the sides here and give them also from view a new look. View, from view, and the side material. Wow, it don't make that what I want. Good, so we have to do another thing. We have to cut that off in one part. So mark scene. Hit U and unwrap this whole stuff with a normal unwrap. So we go here. Now we need the end panel, and here we have the UV squares add-on. There we can make them to a straight line normally. In this case not. That's wonderful, thanks a lot. Nobody needs this fucking stuff when it don't make what you want. Good. So we grab it there and make it manually. They're horrible. Good. We simply go back. Sometimes you must say simply, if you don't want, I don't want to. So then it's over and we make it with some, not perfect, but something. Good. We have here an orange. It looks like an orange, so we place them into that thing here. And then we go on. So we have one there. Shift D, place one there, rotate that in X maybe, Shift D, place one there, rotate and Z maybe, and so on. So we fill that whole thing for some other. Shift D, place one over there, rotate in any direction, and so on, and so on, and so on. Hopefully I can make that now halfway fast. Get here some other stuff done. Oh, I hate this computer sometimes. Oh my god. It's good that I never know before how difficult some is. When I know that before, I don't want to make that real. Because it nerves me every time that the things are normally such simple, but you don't have the fitness to do that correctly and line it up all okay, and this and this and this. There are 1,000 things you have to do to make that absolutely correct, and that makes the difference between me as a hobby artist and others. They make that all to 1,000% correctly, and then it looks correctly, and that is the difference. Yeah. So simply sometimes. It is the perfection that makes it perfect. Sounds good, huh? So that is a from view shit, so don't must make that here perfectly. It's only from the front that should look like. And add our orange, yeah. So what should I say? B, box selection, and join them all together, and we have that. Good. The light later makes that color, and the shading later, the shadows, that will bring the correct stuff there. One of the problem is by each copy it makes a new material, so we can't change with one all this other stuff. We must get each of them single I hate that function. I don't know why they made such. But yeah, what will you do? Maybe make a color group or such. I must look that sometime. Okay. Yeah. That we have done. Maybe you can make that a little bit bigger. I don't know. I don't know. But that is the next part. But I have no fun to do that now, so I am today. My nerves are at the end. So see you in the next tutorial. Bye.